Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Monster Super League. It's your boy Odin, and today we're here to go over the brand new selective summoning feature. This is available only once per account, and essentially what it is it's going to be granting every player that's in the game, after you complete certain missions in the story, you'll be able to guarantee yourself a free nav5 that is also a variant. They give you 20 chances to look to kind of save and see which one you want to pull. So for example, let's say you did a one trial and you ended up getting a wood shinobi, but you want a fire one. You have another 16 chances to try and see if you can pull that fire shinobi. But if out of those 20 chances you don't get another shinobi, you can at the very minimum save that summon where you pulled the variant shinobi, and kind of at least make sure that you're getting the unit that you want in the variant color. So what I would say right now, essentially the top 3 picks that you're going to be looking at from here is going to be the fire shinobi, the water Indra, and then of course the wood Beiji. But it's just going to be really kind of dependent on what you want and what you need. Personally, I'm probably going to go for the Fire Shinobi because I did pull a Dark one and I don't have my Dark one variant. I already have 2 variant Fire Shinobis, but I feel like the Dark one should be variant as well. So I'm probably going to do a variant fire one, and I'll show you guys how that works. But essentially, the reason why I'm picking the Fire Shinobi as the best one is because he has Courageous Strike on the 3-star skill, and he has Attack Down on the 5-star skill. His leader skill is also extremely important when it comes to the Wood Titan team. You're going to want a variant Fire Shinobi for the back lane on the right-hand side, and I don't see him being replaced in the next, couple of years when it comes to the lineups and the setup. So I think he's the best one. The second one, like I said, is going to be the the water Indra, because you could use him as an attacking lead on the left hand side on the fire Titan team. But if you have a Water Cura is going to be the better leader, so it's up to you. But if you don't have, let's say, a Dark Indra, you could pick a variant Indra and just save them until you pull a Dark Indra. That way your Dark Indra is going to be variant as well, so you could do that too. If you already have Water Indra, you could pick, the wood one. The wood one's okay for arenas. Same thing with the fire one. The fire one can be used in Apophis as well. Even though he's not that great, he can be used there. Variant Garudas you don't really need any of unless you're planning on just pocketing a variant in for the light one or the dark one. The wood one does not need to be a variant in order to be usable in Titans. That leader skill is crit. The Jormungandr, the only one that I think would be really good would be the wood one, because he's going to have the discerning leader skill, which reduces the enemy's resistance. So that would be, I guess, another top 4 if you really want to add in an extra slot. But it's really up to you. The wood one's used for the golems. You can use them in B10, B11, all the way to B15. He's a very good choice, very good option. But in my opinion, not really necessary. You could use another leader skill like the Dark Yuki, for example. But if you don't have anybody and all you want is a monster to use in golems, the wood one's going to be your next top choice. But again, my personal opinion, the Fire Shinobi is going to be your best option, because you can use him in the Colossus, you can use him in Titans, you can use him in CBC, you can use him in Arena as well. A little picky depending on what your opponent is. Fire Shinobi, for example, is going to be very effective against HP aggressors because Courageous Strike scales off of HP, but that's going to be up to you. The Beijis, I think the Fire one's going to be a really good choice because she has Predator on both skills. Very useful in Apophis right now as a single target DPS, very high DPS, but she needs to be fully booked. And she doesn't need to be variant, so I don't think you guys need to pick her as a variant. Fire Wujing, same thing, none of his variant skills literally are usable anywhere. It's only a critical rate 20%, so in my opinion it's not really the most great for your account. You could say the Wood Beiji is going to be really good because she has an HP leader skill which can be used everywhere, but she is a defender type, so it's not going to give you the most amount of damage, but she is a single target hitter, like I said, so she does hit very hard. So if you don't have a Wood Merlin, you could pick the Wood Beiji, so I think that's your top 3. But again, biggest thing that I would recommend a lot of people or a lot of players to get is going to be the Fire Shinobi if you don't have a variant one, because his leader skill you definitely need for the Wood Titan team for sure. So, all right, so enough of that. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys, you know, what this looks like. So you just press it once and it'll show you what you have there. I'm gonna go ahead and save this summon result. So I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and then you can kind of preview more summons. And we'll see what we get here. A Wood Garuda. So we don't want that one. Wood Garuda for me is not really anything fancy, but you'll see your number here changed to 5. Unfortunately, I did 4, you know, because it automatically brings you into this page as soon as you summon in. So I had to kind of like stop right there and back out so I could at least record this. But that's what you would do. So you are now going to review the summon again. And let's say I'm going to give it another try. And you guys can see this multiple times, you know, until you can pull, let's say, 3 different you know, nat 5s or whatever, or if you want to pull, you know, another 4-star in there, you can just kind of skip, and all you're gonna do is hit that, you know, continue, kind of like the simulation of multi-summon there. And what are we getting here? This is a fire one, so I'm actually gonna save that one. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, but I'm gonna save it anyways. Looks like I didn't pull a nat 4 in the other one, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this one instead. And we're going to go ahead and go again. And Fire Wu Jin, don't like that one, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. And a Water Jormungandr, which is not usable anywhere unless you're going for arenas, but that's it. And we're pulling some nat 4s on this one, and a Wood Beiji, or Water Beiji. Again, she's okay for arenas, but not really something that I want, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. A Wood Jormungandr, like I said, that's a good option for the golems. You know, decreasing the enemy's resistance in golems is very good, and with him being variant, very usable as well. There's another Water Jormungandr. So like you guys can see, it's just mainly, you know, kind of siphon through, hope you get the nat 5 that you want in the variant that you want, and you know, you just save your result, and then at the end you just pick whichever one you saved as your top pick. So go ahead and do this one more time, and I'm hopefully going to be able to select that Fire Shinobi. Another Wood Garuda. But as you guys can see, you can kind of keep going a little bit until you see some nat 4s, and then you can kind of, like, you know, choose out of the ones that you did which one you want. So I'm just going to keep going a little bit longer just to kind of show you guys how it works. There's a lot of Jormungandrs in there. It doesn't really allow you to, you know, select it out, but... And a Fire Indra. And a Fire Persephone, and I think this is the last last chance to view what you want to, like, save. And it's a Water Indra. So I'm going to confirm my summer, and I'm going to go ahead and select the Fire Indra, I mean the Fire Shinobi, because that's the one that I want. And then what happens is you're essentially going to be sent back to the main page. It's going to reload. And then you'll see on your inventory the Astramon that you selected, that you saved from that pool of Astramon will be right here on your inbox. And here is the variant Shinobi that I just got. Mine is level 1. I did see that you have the ability or the option to keep rolling until you see another Shinobi. I think this one is only level 1, but I have seen people pick a level 5 or a level 6, which is the maximum skill that you want. But level 1 works for me just fine. I'm basically just going to feed it to my dark one. So let me go ahead and scroll down until I find my Shinobis. And a lot of you guys are going to say, what are you doing, Odin? Like, why do you need to just feed them in? And it's, I mean, I already have 2 fire shinobis that are variant, so I don't really need any more. And like I said, my dark one is just sitting here. He's non-variant, so I'm just going to go ahead and feed it to him just to make him variant. And all you're doing is literally just changing the skin colors a little bit, but you are going to give him that leader skill. And to me, it's useful because I'll be able to use him in the world boss for just world boss points. So to me, it is totally worth it. And there we go. Just all you guys can see here, my Dark Shinobi is now here, and he is a variant. So pretty nice new feature. It's a great, it's essentially a free variant Holy Gleam that they're giving you. So I would say that for a lot of you players out there that, you know, have been in the game for very long that don't have a variant, that's definitely a great way to pick up a free variant Nat 5. So you know, you guys can be selective depending on what Astromon you choose, but I personally recommend the Fire Shinobi. Like I said, you could choose the Fire Beiji if you want, or if you need somebody for the Apophis dungeon, you could use the variant Indra and save it until you pull a dark one, for example, as well. He has an attack power leader skill, so still a very good leader skill to have. So yeah, like I said, it's going to be up to you guys what you choose, but you guys have some of my recommendations for whichever ones I think are going to be the best choice out of the bunch. Like I said, the wood Jormungandr is very good. I happen to pull a wood one variant, and it's just been sitting in my inventory. And I haven't really used him, so I don't really care much for him, but I think he is a very good choice. So it's going to be up to you guys, but I personally recommend you guys to choose the Fire Shinobi, either the Wood Beiji or the Fire Beiji, the Wood Jormungandr, and of course the Indra. So something that you guys could use. And then of course you'll see my recent light Indra pull there as well, so I could have used that other Indra or variant Indra to feed onto him, but I really don't need another light Indra, so I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. But yeah, and I think here is my variant Jormungandr still sitting in my box. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Just kind of wanted to go over it really quickly for some of you guys that may have been confused or don't know how to use it, or maybe picked the wrong character. Hopefully this is a good way for some of you new players who maybe haven't completed it, or the story and the missions to get to that selective summon page. But hopefully you guys will be able to use my video as a way to kind of test and see how it works, and maybe stop you from making any mistakes like selecting the wrong Nat 5 that you wanted to save. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I'll catch you all on the next one. Good luck, and you know, make sure that you guys use up all your Astro Gems during the double crystal rates. This is only for this month. Don't mind the weird, like I said, crazy April Fool's little icons they replaced in now that just look all kinds of ugly and weird. I personally don't think they need to do this for every April Fool's, but it's whatever they choose to do, man. Alright guys, I'll catch you all on the next video. Peace.